Sirant from ukulele123.com. You've seen this guy before. This is, well, it was my funky blue homemade banjo ukulele. However, I finally got around to, well, I wanted to change the color. I wanted to paint it properly with a proper type of paint, some clear coat, and I figured spray paint was the way to go. So of course, as you can see, I picked yellow. I'm not a painter. I really suck at it. I really do. So it's far from perfect. I pulled up tape around the, I pulled up paint around the edges here when I removed the tape. The taping job wasn't fantastic. Here I was debating whether or not to take the back off to make it louder or not. I'm glad I didn't, but I never bothered to refill it before I painted it. As you can see, I got some of the yellow spray onto the edges of the skin. Not a big deal. But one thing I really like about this, one thing I noticed about Mahalo ukuleles, which is a lower end, though very usable ukulele, is that they're so coated in paint and varnish that they're pretty much indestructible. This one just feels so much more solid because this joint here is not like a traditional banjo ukulele. There's no brace going along the back here. It's only supported at the back and then with a mountain of filler. But now that I've sprayed this several times with spray paint and then with the lacquer, I could probably beat somebody to death with this thing and it would not come detached. So that's fantastic. Not that I'm planning to beat anybody to death with the ukulele, but that might be fun like in WWE. Anyway, so I painted it yellow. Now this here is unfortunately where it's stuck on a piece of paper because it wasn't properly supported by the little plastic doohickeys. I'm going to put a sticker there instead of going to all the trouble of taking it off. Yeah, I know, I'm lazy. But anyway, nice and yellow, got my mother of pearl tuners on there. Now, I'll show you the most interesting part. I also painted the fretboard yellow, but I wanted to make it a little different, so here at 3, 5, 7, and 10, I took a permanent marker and basically dabbed it on to make it black. Looked really cool until I put on the shellac, or the lacquer. I sprayed on the lacquer, and then something really interesting happened. In some places it ran a little bit. I don't know if you can see on the edges there. It's not a lot. Certainly it's not a pro job. But something really cool came out of it too. I don't know if the camera will be able to get this, but if you can see that, let's see here, that pattern on there, it's almost like a snake skin. All right, and that's on the frets, every bit that I painted black, the nut, everything. It got these funky, there we go, funky cracks in there. Not at all planned, it just turned out that way when I sprayed on the lacquer. Kind of nifty. So I'm very happy with that actually. It's probably the most unique looking neck markers I've ever seen. Anyway, this is kind of interesting. I stuck this in the middle. For those of you who don't recognize what it is immediately, this is the top little silver foil thing, or gold foil thing, from a bottle of wine. After I had put on a couple layers of lacquer, I just, using my thumb, worked that sucker into the lacquer and then sprayed it again over the top, so it's pretty permanent there. Now, I tried to do a funky version of my name, Sirant, as the logo, because this is my own ukulele now. I made it, I can name it. However, I did it again with the black marker, and as you can see, it kind of did a little runoff at the top there. So I'm debating whether or not to stickerize that area or to repaint it or something. I don't know. But anyway, this is, yeah, I still haven't taken the pickup out from inside. for those of you wanting to make an electric banjo ukulele, or probably banjo for that matter, don't put the pickup on the wood on the bottom. It won't work. You would have to somehow stick it onto the underside of the skin. I don't know how well that would hold, but that would be your best bet for getting good sound out of it. So yeah, my yellow Antalele banjo ukulele is finally finished. And I gotta say, the strings are still relatively new, so they're not staying in tune very well yet, but not bad. But it's actually playable now. I think it sounds, after this big coating of lacquer and paint, a hell of a lot better than it used to. I'm not sure why, but it just kind of does. So yeah, judge for yourself. Anybody have any questions or want to make one of your own? Look me up, send me a message. I'll send you my MSN and we'll chat about it. But I don't know, what do you think? George for me, by the way. That is Knots and Crossings. Hope you liked it.